Wondering why you have turbid tap, well, or pond water? Well, in today's video, we have the top things you should know. Number 1. What is turbidity in water? In short, turbidity is cloudiness or murkiness that's caused by suspended solids or dissolved particles. Number 2. What causes water turbidity? Well, there are many culprits. One of the primary ones is sediments from erosion. But turbidity can also be caused by resuspended solids from the bottom of a body of water. This is usually caused by mechanical disturbance, such as livestock trudging through a pond. Other factors include waste discharge from sewage systems, septic systems, or agricultural runoff. Algae growth also causes turbidity, and finally, runoff in general can be a main culprit. Number 3. What are the impacts of turbid water? Well, the primary impact is aesthetic. Turbid water just doesn't look as nice. But it can also harm aquatic life and increase the costs of water treatment. Number 4. How do you measure turbid water? The easiest way to measure the turbidity of your water is to buy a digital water tester. These are fairly easy to find and pretty affordable, and they will give you a turbidity measure in NTUs. Number 5. What's the maximum turbidity allowed in drinking water? Well, every state has slightly different standards, so you should check with your state to see how your water compares. Having said that, the World Health Organization has established that the turbidity of drinking water should be less than 5 NTU and ideally less than 1. And finally, number 6. How do you treat turbid well or tap water? Fortunately, today there are many options and most water filters will help remove turbidity. But the best solution is either a whole house or point source carbon sand or reverse osmosis filter. So that covers the basics of turbidity in water. But there's one last question. What if you have a fish pond? You can't use a whole house filter to cure turbidity in a pond. So what do you do? This was the problem that Steve, a biologist, was called in to solve for a client. The pond in question was quite turbid, and the turbidity hindered the growth of plankton, which in turn reduced the pond's productivity. So what to do? To solve the issue, Stephen first had to determine what caused the turbidity. Was it a mechanical external factor or an interior chemical one? To find the culprit, Stephen did a simple bucket test. He took 4 buckets of pond water and placed them in an undisturbed enclosed area. At the end of the week, he checked what the turbidity looked like in the buckets. If the water had cleared up, the turbidity was likely caused by an external mechanical factor. In this case, the water remained turbid, so Stephen determined it was a chemical issue. The question now was, how to fix it? To determine the correct treatment, Stephen did a second bucket test. He took 4 more buckets of pond water, left 1 aside as a control, and then tried 3 different treatments in the remaining buckets. In one, he added a tablespoon of alum. In another, he added a gypsum rock, or, as he noted, you could also use a piece of drywall. And in the third, he tried a bacterial treatment. And at the end of the second week, Stephen had a winner. The alum cleared the turbidity from the bucket. So, Stephen now had a solution to the turbidity crisis. Of course, if you have a problem with your pond water, it is always best to hire professional help. But a simple test such as this can go a long way to solving your water woes. But what do you think? Do you have any stories about turbidity in water? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? You're going to love our Gokce Land Due Diligence program. Check it out at gokcecapital.com/glad. And while you're at our website, don't forget to explore our $1 down listings at gokcecapital.com/listings. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.